First of all, on Tuesday night, most of you know that that is our big night. We're having the American Conference of Cantors here. We have 250 cantors from all over North America and just everywhere. I mean, they're all converging on Las Vegas in the next few hours. And they're going to have a concert here at 7:30 p.m. If you haven't already purchased your ticket, you can go online or you can call the office. For tickets for VIP seating, which is up in front here, it's $72, and then it's $18 for general admission. And we're going to have the walls open. It's going to be lots of people here. So right before that is a Rabbi Axelrod and Cantor Hutchings will be leading a discussion about our trip to Cuba in February of 2018. And if you're interested, that same night at 6:15 is an informational meeting. So you can come to the meeting and then go to the concert. What? In the boardroom, yes. 6:15, thank you, Rabbi, in the boardroom, and then 7:30 in here for the concert. The Senior Social Club will be meeting on Wednesday, June 28th, so this is also next week at noon for lunch. Elizabeth Bricker of the JCC is going to be doing some music, and that's going to be the program that day. RSVP to Joyce Herlins for that. And it is free to CNT members. It's $10 for non-members. Registration is open for the Jewish Nevada program is doing a Jewish Leadership Education and Development series for young Jewish leaders aged 22 to 45. And so we're kind of getting the word out for them that that is going to be happening from August through April, and contact the Jewish Nevada office. And then a couple last things. The Mensch Club will be going to a baseball game at Cashman Field to cheer on the 51s. That'll be August 3rd. And Cantor Hutchings will be singing the national anthem at the game. So that's a big one as well. And then, again, contact the office. And then if you have never done if you've never had a bar or bat mitzvah as a kid, now is the time to sign up for the adult B'nai Mitzvah program right now. It's an 18-month program, but now is the time. So contact Neil, who I don't know if Neil's in the room, or contact the temple office and we'll get you all set up. Okay? Do I have any visitors here tonight? Oh, good. I have a couple of visitors. We only have 2 visitors? Okay, turn around. Those are our visitors. So we're going to go and talk to you at the ONEG afterwards. So welcome. Oh, we have more over here. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. We've got more visitors over here. I missed you. Yay, yay. Okay, well, welcome to Congregation Ner Tamid, and we're going to go ahead and get the service started. Thanks.
Good Shabbos, everyone. With the remaining 2 minutes that we have left, those are a lot of announcements, aren't they? You don't write the announcements. You're just reading what's in front of you. They're long announcements. Well, it is indeed a special Shabbat service. You probably have heard by now that the cantors are in town, and we don't mean the deli. We mean the cantors from all over the country, and they are staying at Red Rock. In anticipation of this conference, several of them came in early, and we are delighted to have them on the Bima tonight. We want to welcome Cantor Sam Radwine. He is also part of our franchise because I understand you are at Congregation Ner Tamid as well. So you're watching our franchise in what city? Rancho Palos Verdes. So thank you so much. We also have Billy Type, who's originally from our congregation, and Billy is now the cantor at Temple Solel in Cardiff by the Sea in California, and he has invited all of us to stay with him. Is that correct, during this hot summer? Billy, thank you very much. And Cantor Lizzie Wise, the BFF of Cantor Hutchings. She is at Temple Emmanuel in Beverly Hills, California. And she has volunteered to take us on a tour of the stars of Beverly Hills. Is that right? Well, wherever they are from, we're just delighted that they are here. And because services have not started officially, let's give them a round of applause and a warm welcome as well. Although they insisted that I sing with them this evening, I am going to join you in the congregation until we have a very special blessing for the 30th anniversary of Rick Carter and Candace Barr. So cantors, take it away.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We are going to begin this evening with a special Hine Matov that was written, collaborated on just this week. So you are the first to hear it. It's quite beautiful. It's written by our cantorial intern, Becky Mann.
See what's inside. Lay down your walls. Lay down your fears. Lean into love. Ra, Kol Hanshama, say Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah.
And I want to thank our very special guest accompanist tonight, Barbara Siegel. I've known Barbara since I was in Redondo Beach at my student pulpit, and she knows basically all of us on this Bema tonight. So I said, Barbara, you got to play something for us tonight. So she retired here to Las Vegas, and we welcome her to Congregation Near to Mead, and her husband too. Oh, there he is, Bob. Okay. Thank you, Barbara.
It is time to sing praise to Adonai. We will continue with Zamrul Adonai on page 134. I am sure that you will catch on after the first couple of times. Zamrul Adonai Bechinor Bechinor V'kol Zimra Zamrul Adonai Bechinor Bechinor V'kol Zimra Zamrul Adonai Bechinor Bechinor V'kol Zimra Zamrul Adonai Bechinor Bechinor V'kol Zimra. Let the strings fill our spirits, let the trumpets blare about. Let us all come together, rise up and shout. Zamrul Adonai Bechinor Bechinor V'kol Zimra Zamrul Adonai Bechinor Bechinor V'kol Zimra. Let the oceans roar with thunder, let the rivers clap their hands, let the mountains sing your praises throughout the land. Zamrul Adonai Bechinor Bechinor V'kol Zimra Zamrul Adonai Bechinor Bechinor V'kol Zimra Bechinor V'kol Zimra.
Now we bring in the light of Shabbat, page 120. shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a peaceful day. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. We call to the Bima Candace Barr in honor of her and Rick's 30th wedding anniversary, and Cecilia Schaffler in honor of her son Ben's bar mitzvah tomorrow. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And we've heard this Lecha Dodi with our Shabbatones band, but we're going to try it with the band of cantors tonight. Page 138. Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi.
Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Ya la 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 l'chadodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat nekabela. Ya la 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 l'chadodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat nekabela. Shama v'zachor b'dibor echad. Hishmianu el ha'yuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad. L'shem u'tiferet ve'litila. Ya la 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 l'chadodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat nekabela. Ya la 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 l'chadodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri. Kiva oreh, kumi uri. Uri, uri, shir daveri. Kivod Adonai, alayit nidla. Hey! Ya la 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 l'chadodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat nekabela. Ya la 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 l'chadodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat nekabela.
We rise to greet the Shabbat bride. Boi v'shalom ateret bala. Gam besimcha u'b'sola. Toch emunei am segula. remain standing. Page 144.
Yitkada, Yitkada, Shemei Rabba, Ve'amadira, Yote, Viamlik Mahute, Ve'haye Hon Umehon, Uchaye Dekob Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, Bizman Kari, Vimeru, Amen. Heshme Rabba Mevora Leal Meo Maya Yitbarach Yitbarach Vishtabach Vietbar Vietmaman Vietnase Vietadar Vietale Vietalal Shmei de Kudisha Brihu Le'alamin kol berchata v'shirata tush berchata v'ne'emata damiran bi'amal v'imeru amen.
Together at the top of page 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
declares well, Adonai is our God. Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Please be seated. We continue with the Ve'ahavta on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha ve'hol livavcha uve'hol nafshecha ve'hol meodecha ve'hayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם ושיתך בביתך ולתך בדרך ושופך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי אתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים להיות להם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם
We read responsively on page 157 at the top. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. That there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם.
Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now.
Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now.
So we walked out of Egypt where everybody knows us, into the mystery guided by Moses. Lost in this place, but he said, don't lose faith, cause for thousands of years you were nothing but slaves on your way to your graves with no hope to ever be saved. But if you look to your God, well, you can hear him say,
Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now. Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now.
So we walked in the desert and the future looked black. Didn't even have a sack, just the bread that was on our back. So it was hard to not lose hope, cause every desert you cross, every step, every mile is a testament to overcoming exile for the sake of our name. Embody the strength, pray for a day when we all give thanks, cause
Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now. Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now.
Though the journey we traveled was many years ago, well, the pain we felt then is a pain we still know. But the hope of our people remains. Every desert you cross, every step, every mile is a testament to overcoming exile. For the sake of our name, we embody the strength and pray for a day where we all give thanks, cause
Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now. Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now. Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way now. Freedom's on the way to pick you up inside, put you in the land that'll make it all right. Freedom's on the way, freedom's on the way now.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you, Adonai?
Page 160.
Hashki Veinu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim L'chaim Uvros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha Uvros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha When I lay my head down tonight beneath your shelter of everlasting light, Lord, may I wake to a world renewed, filled with love and gratitude, filled with love and gratitude. Hashki Veinu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha Amen.
We made a little joke that we should have called this the One-Hit Wonder Shabbat because Billy's famous for his Psalm 150. Lizzie just wrote that Zamru Ladonai. I took my first stab at composing with Becky on the Hine Matov, and other than Becky, who's written many, many pieces. And Cantor Sam Radwine wrote this Yismechu that looks like it became popular in about 2005. So we want to show you that Yismechu, page 162.
שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג
מקדשי שבי מקדשי שבי כולם יספרו ויתנגו יספרו ויתנגו מטובך
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג
חמדת ימים אותו קראת עמדת ימים אותו קראת זכר למעשה וראשית זכר למעשה וראשית
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג.
Please rise for the Amidah, page 164.
שפתי תפתח אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך ופי יגיד תהילתך
אדוני שפתי תפתח אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך ופי יגיד תהילתך אדוני
ata Adonai.
Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer, Hasadim Tovim, Begonei Hakol, Zoher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot, Mevi Gula Livnei V'Neihem, Ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Yisrael Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Yadei Yaakov, Atah Rav Lehoshia,
Orit hatal mechalkel
Hayim Behesed, Mechayei Hakol Berahamim Ramim, Somed Noflim Verohe Holim, Umatzmir Azurim, Umekayim El Munato, Lishene Afar, Mighamaka Ba'agivurot, Umindo Mela, Melech Mimit Umekayim, Umatzmi Yeshua, Bene'eman Atah Lahayot Hakol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mehayei Hakol.
kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim bechol yom yahalelucha sela Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We continue in silent devotion through page 180, using the words on the right or left side of the page or the words within your heart. When you have completed your prayers, please be seated. Right side.
A special welcome also to Cantor Richard Cohn, the director of the Debbie Friedman School of Sacred Music, who joins us on the beam as well. Thank you so much for being here. we take a moment for Misha Berach as we think of those in our circle of family and friends who are in need of our prayers. We think of those who not only face illness but give of themselves as caregivers tirelessly to those who they love, that they might minister to them in their time of need. We think of those who are afflicted of matters of the heart, matters of the mind, who struggle with demons inside, and we pray for them for wholeness of spirit. And so if there are those of you who would like to say the names of loved ones at this time, please stand and say their names, as many names as you would like. And now we as a community, we stand in solidarity one with the other. So we join together in our Misha Berach prayer, sung to the tune of Imagine, as we imagine a world of wholeness, of peace, without illness, filled with hope.
Imagine there's a heaven. It's easy if you try. Beauty all around us. Surround us, Adonai. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no cancer. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to plague or harm us, and no addictions too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a prayer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will heal as one. Mishe Berach Avoteinu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Refuah shlema min hashamayim, refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, hashta ba'agala, uvizman kariv v'nomar amen. You may say I'm a prayer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will heal as one. Sure.
We'd like to call to the bema Rick Carter and Candace Barr. So Candace, first of all, you didn't know that Rick was going to go to all this trouble to bring in all these cantors for your 30th wedding anniversary, right? You didn't know that. That was a good job, Rick. I mean, really. you planned a whole convention. You got all these cantors. That's unbelievable. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, well, we'd like to ask the congregation, if you would, to please rise. And Del, go ahead and open the art curtains. Candace and Rick have a special place in the anniversary blessings annals of Congregation Ner Tamid. Their 30th anniversary, if you do the math, means that they were married shortly before I actually came to Congregation Ner Tamid. And at that time, we had a semi-professional, semi-volunteer administrator, Rita. She was Rita Moses at that time. Rita Malkin Moses. Rita, yeah, was she Rita Moses? Yeah. And they wanted to get married at Congregation Ner Tamid. They flew in from Minneapolis, and Rita was going to find them a rabbi. And something happened. What happened? You flew in California. There was no rabbi, right? There was no rabbi. But yet you still got married, and you still love Ner Tamid. So much, in fact, that after that experience, they joined the congregation and lived in Minneapolis. So it allowed me for many years to shame all the people in Summerlin who kvetched, because we had people who came in all the way from Minneapolis. And then eventually the years went by, they bought a home here, and then when retirement set in, they moved here in earnest, and Candace is still working, but you have your home here, and now it's 30 years later. Who would have thunk? Yeah. And so we would like to offer a special prayer on this special anniversary. Rabboni Shalom, Master of the Universe, Rick and Candace come before you and before this congregation as exemplars of what it means to be true best friends and true lovers, people who care deeply about one another and bring out the best in each other. Many and varied are the years in which they have faced both adversity and embraced joy. We pray, O God, that the years that lie ahead will be filled with much blessing and joy, and that you will shower upon them the goodness of years that they will share together in beautiful, beautiful love that they deserve. And so, O God, as they stand before us, may we all celebrate with them this special anniversary. And may they know only nachas and joy in the years to come. As we raise our hands, we ask God's grace upon you with these words. And may Lord God bless you and keep you. And may Lord God cause the light of his countenance to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Lord God grant you long life, happiness together, always. And let us say amen.
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, yehelanu, 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 ulecha Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, ulecha Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, ulecha Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, ulecha Yisrael. Please be seated.
Well, good Shabbos, everyone. A special, pun intended, note of gratitude, really. Thank you sincerely to our cantors this evening for putting together a beautiful service. Show them, the little wave of the hand that has become popular. And if we were to put that to music, it would be a reflection of our hearts beating in joy and in gratitude. So thank you all very, very much. So I want to share with you some thoughts, a little Devar Torah, if you will. Every day is busy, but Wednesday especially was a busy day. And while it would seem that every day is busy, some are especially so. Working on an invocation for this morning at the ADL, officiating at a memorial for a long time member of the congregation, and ending my workday with the naming of a little baby, Marilyn Goldstein's grandson, and visiting the hospital for an 89-year-old mother of a woman whose wedding I officiated at 29 years ago. For much of the day, I was acting in my role as rabbi, and therefore, as I often do, I was wearing my kippah. As a personal rule, I most often wear a kippah when I'm in my pastoral role as rabbi, or perhaps when I study sacred texts, as I did while in seminary. And after my hospital visit, I went to the grocery store to, not to Whole Foods, what's the other one? Sprouts. I went to Sprouts. And then, of course, I did the Jewish thing. I went to a Chinese restaurant to buy some dinner. And without thinking about it, I realized I'd not remembered to take my yarmulke off. And then for a while longer, I just decided I'm going to leave it on, consciously leave it on. And while my conservative and Orthodox colleagues do this without a second thought, as you know, most Reform rabbis, there's a thought to this. I will never forget, though, when I was ordained to wear the kippah, or not wear the kippah, actually had true professional significance. I was ordained in 1984, and my first pulpit was in Columbus, Ohio. And there, the tradition was that the rabbis were not allowed to wear a kippah. Right? It wasn't a matter of choice. It was forbidden. And I'm thinking, who made that rule? But that was the rule. It was a congregation that came from what we call classical reform, and this was in the 1980s. So my whole childhood and my rabbinic life, I wore a kippah whenever I would worship, but as a rabbi, no. Well, a few months went by, and there was a new rabbi who came after a long absence of a senior rabbi, and I got to take a vacation after a couple of years. It's a long story, but 2 years' time, no vacation, a new senior rabbi, and he was going to change things up. So his first decision was to introduce the yarmulke. So while I was on vacation, he put on a yarmulke. And when I came back, I said, "That is so great. Now I can wear my yarmulke." And he said, "Not so fast." He said, "While you were gone on vacation, the Rabbi Emeritus, who was a very famous rabbi, flowing white hair, decided to show solidarity, and he put a yarmulke on his head, and he had never worn one since the 1940s. And he put a pink one on from a bat mitzvah. And everyone said, "You're humiliating him. How could you do that?" So we got to show people choice. I'll wear one, you won't. Rabbi Emeritus won't. So it wasn't until I came to Ner Tamid that once again I resumed my tradition. So there was a lot of symbolism and thought in early Reform about the yarmulke. Who would have thunk that it would have that much symbolism, that in fact that there were congregations where you were asked not to wear a kippah. P.S. That congregation, now all the rabbis wear yarmulkes, and although they were not that supportive of the state of Israel, now they have a chapel that is made of Jerusalem stone, and as the years went by, they've gone all together in their values and what they feel is standard in terms of being a Reformed Jew. But even so, the sheer act of wearing a kippah made me think, you know what? It makes you more aware that you're Jewish. That sheer act, especially if you're in Sprouts, right? You're going, are people looking at me? Or is it just what I'm accustomed to do? You think about our grandparents or our great-grandparents who took off the yarmulke because they wanted to fit in. They saw no need to be reminded of who they were. Prejudice and non-integrated neighborhoods reminded them constantly of who they were. But for us today, what reminds us? What reminds us of our Jewishness? Okay, perhaps we're not going to wear a yarmulke every day. But the Torah portion from last week commended us to wear tzitzit because even then, thousands of years ago, they knew that wearing a special garb with fringes on it would serve as a visual reminder of their identity and of the importance of following in the mitzvot. Wearing distinctive garb, whether it's a kippah or a tallis or dressing in a certain way, does remind one that they are part of a group. And perhaps sans religious garb, and given the freedom to assimilate, to change our names, to dress like everybody else, and to fit in, we have to ask ourselves from time to time, what is left within us that will remind us of who we are? And more importantly, do we want to be reminded of who we are? Or would we prefer to be just like everybody else? Now, by the way, when it comes especially to millennials, this is no theoretical question. While many generations, even if they assimilated, could rely upon memories of grandparents or the old country, these millennials, and perhaps those a little bit older, don't have those types of memories to fall back upon that give them that sense of Jewishness, even if their garb or their religious practice does not reflect their Jewishness. And so what is it that we need to do if we want to stand out as a Jew? And what is distinctive about Jewish beliefs? What is also fascinating is that Reform Judaism has always struggled between universalism and particularism. Perhaps the kippah or no kippah deliberation at my first congregation was such an example. But even in the 1990s, when my mentor, Rabbi Richard Levy, was president of the CCAR, appeared on the cover of Reform Judaism magazine with a tefillin on his head and tallis and beard, and he caused quite a stir. I looked at the picture and I thought, wow, that's a really nice picture of my friend. But Jews in classical Reform congregations looked at it and said, what is it? Reform Judaism is becoming more orthodox. Well, I don't know if that would be the critique today, that Reform Judaism is becoming, quote, more orthodox. We ask ourselves now, is Reform traditional enough? We seek constantly to imbue old traditions with new meaning, create new traditions out of the old, but in the process, where are our definitive symbols? The tallis given at a bar mitzvah, does it see the light of day again? The kippah on our head, when do we wear it? The mezuzah on our doorpost, do we put it up? In short, how should we come to terms with the allure of universalism, which often leads to assimilation, and that of particularism, which can lead to confronting practices or symbols that may no longer resonate with today's Jews? It's been 20 years since Rabbi Levy was president of the CCAR, but while he was president, he offered up a renewed vision of Reform Judaism, which to this day, I think, is a great reminder of what we stand for. In the 1800s, we had what was called the Pittsburgh Platform, probably the first statement of beliefs of Reform Judaism. 100 years later, Rabbi Levy revisited as president of the conference. It would take too long to read all that he wrote, but let me give you some of the highlights. God, we affirm the reality and oneness of God, even as we may differ in our understanding of the divine presence. We affirm that the Jewish people is bound to God by an eternal brit, covenant, as reflected in our varied understandings of creation, revelation, and redemption. We affirm that Torah is the foundation of Jewish life. We cherish the truths revealed in Torah, God's ongoing revelation to our people, and the record of our people's ongoing relationship with God. We affirm that Torah is a manifestation of God's love for the Jewish people and for all humanity. We are Israel, a people aspiring to holiness, singled out through our ancient covenant and our unique history among the nations to be witnesses to God's presence. We are committed to the mitzvah of Ahavat Yisrael, love of the Jewish people, and to Klal Yisrael, the entirety of the community of Israel, recognizing that Kol Yisrael Arevim Zeh Bazeh, that all Jews are responsible one for the other. We pledge to fulfill Reform Judaism's historic commitment to the complete equality of women and men in Jewish life. And we are an inclusive community opening doors to Jewish life to people of all ages, to various kinds of families, to all regardless of their sexual orientation, to those who choose Judaism, and to all individuals and families, including the intermarried who strive to create a Jewish home. In all these ways and more, we give Judaism meaning and purpose in our lives. Sometimes we forget. We think all that we need to do is be good people. And surely to be a mensch is a good thing. But Judaism provides a distinctive message and a pathway towards being a good person. It shapes our life journey, and so often when we say Reform Judaism means you can believe whatever you want, we look to statements such as this, and we realize that Reform Judaism does have very specific values that we embrace, that we stand for, that we affirm, and should guide our life journey. You know, yesterday we had a final rehearsal for Ben's bar mitzvah, and I was chitter-chattering with Cecilia beforehand. We walked out here, and Ben goes, just a moment, he disappeared. I walked into the sanctuary, and guess what I forgot? The yarmulke on my head. Ben picked it up and put it on my head. My bad, his good. Symbols, they are important. And if we were to paraphrase that credit card campaign that says, what's in your wallet? I might ask, what's on your head? And I might add, what's on your doorpost? What's the food on your plate? And what is in your heart? Shabbat Shalom.
אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתי מדבר מרמה. ולמקל עלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי, אלוהי. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתי מדבר מרמה. ולמקל עלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי, אלוהי. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתי מדבר מרמה. ולמקל עלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי, אלוהי. פתח ליבי, פתח ליבי, פתח ליבי, בתורתך. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתיים ידבר מרמה. מילים כללי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה. אלוהי, אלוהי. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתיים ידבר מרמה. מילים כללי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה. אלוהי, אלוהי. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני, אדוני.
Rabbi Axelrod said to me, was that always planned, that you were going to have Richard Cohn come up here and do that? And I said, no, I asked him 2 seconds before the service. So thank you for doing that with us. Page 586, we rise for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
$598 is our Kaddish prayer. So we take time to remember those who have died in recent days. Betty Mater, Fred Jones, and Marcia Lewis. And we think of those whose yortzites are observed as well. Ronald Bartow, Ronald Borochoff, Arnold Brainin, Philip Cohen, Irving Eichner, Beatrice Fisher, Rose Gellin, Clarice Goldberg, Frederick Goldberg, Rosalind Goldberg, William Goldberg, Leonie Hababu, Louise Hamatz, Lourdes Heroes, Mary Higgins, Anna Jacobs, Anita Katz, Rose Kestenbaum, R. Muriel Kurzweil, Phyllis Mark, Harriet Markowitz, D. Robert Mendelson, Paula Minzer, Mildred Mirop, Myrna Mitchell, Leona Perelman, Minnie Ponman, Jack Rivkin, Morton Rosen, Melvine Rowe, Gordy Sager, Alan Sendell, Harvey Santer, Max Schiffman, Alex Sherman, Norman Al Sonnenthal, Edith Stein, Frida Betty Turk. If you'd like to recall the name of a loved one who was not mentioned, please stand and say their names. think of all these and others who have touched our hearts, we rise to recite our Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei rabbah, b'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedech al beit Yisrael, magalav izman kari v'imru amen, yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam omei maya, yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekusha b'richu, leila min kol birchata v'shirata, Tush bechata v'nechemata, damiram b'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlom araba min shamaya v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'imramav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, amen. You may be seated.
Do you have your tickets for Tuesday? I hope so. Because you think this was cool? Like 55 cantors are going to be on the bima, and 250 cantors will be singing at one point. There will be an amazing concert, Sing City, and we hope that you can come 7:30 p.m. And if you're interested in our Cuba trip in February, you should come early at 6:15 for a special meeting in the boardroom with our tour guide person who will tell us all about it.
Yeah, Carol Cracer will be here. All right, children from religious school, come on up. Ben, our bar mitzvah, cantor, cantors.
Do you need the word?
Guys are great. Go right over there.
Baruch atah Adonai. So I want to thank my colleagues for joining me on the Bima tonight. They all have a special place in my heart, part of my life that they came into, and I was so honored that they all said, yeah, I'm coming early, I'll be there on the Bima, and I think that you would agree with me that was a really good decision. It was a joy to sing with all of them. So again, we have Cantor Lizzie Weiss, Cantor Billy Type, and Cantor Sam Radwine, and our awesome intern, Becky Mann, who we're very lucky to have here this summer. So thank you very much, and of course to Ricky for his beautiful accompaniment as well. And we want to thank Richard Cohen as well for joining us on the bema, and Barbara Siegel for her featured piece in the beginning of our service. And Alex, who's in the sound, doing the sound for us tonight in the back. So we conclude tonight with our summer Oseh Shalom, as we call it, our Nava Tehillah Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshei Te'el, Ve'imru, Amen.
1, 2, 3, hey!
Oh, la 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 la. Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshei Te'el, Ve'imru,
Shabbat Shalom. Please enjoy a root beer float oneg.